So what have I been up to lately? Well, currently I am trying to get my M113 back together. I'm currently in the process of replacing all of the hydraulic lifters in these bearing bridge assemblies left and right. These are now complete, but I thought I'd show you some interesting things, how it actually works. These spindles are actually hollow, and you can see the drillings in the bottom of those. Two of those drillings per rocker are for lubrication, and the third one is for the oil flow that goes into the rocker and makes its way to the actual lifter. You can see there's a groove machined into the bottom surface there, and then there's a drilling that makes its way to the bore where the lifter sits. You can see that in there. And when you insert these discs with these three slits facing towards the lifter, that is what facilitates the oil flow into the lifter via those three slits. The back side of those discs is what you press on to push them out. And this is just what the bearing bridge looks like. You can see there's no actual bearing material where the camshaft runs on those. It is simply just running in the aluminium. And I'm pretty sure that's the oil gallery there that makes its way into those hollow spindles to get everything working in that bearing bridge. I have been cleaning out those drillings in the rocker arms with throttle body cleaner and allowing that to dry before inserting the new lifters. Seems to be working well, though I haven't actually seen any obstructions or blockages in anything yet. So I'm surprised one was so noisy. I suspect it was just its one-way valve that had possibly failed in one of those lifters. I'm no expert on these M113 or M112 engines. I'm just following the manual. And if you want to get this kind of documentation, you can find it yourself on the likes of eBay. If you go buy the workshop information system, it's only like $10, something like that, and you run it in a virtual machine. I'm still waiting for my new rocker arms for the exhaust valves to show up, so I can't go any further. You can see there's a little bit of wear in those, but I don't think that's anything to be concerned about, so they'll probably be okay. And that's just the old lifters. Every one of them has been replaced, or will be replaced. There won't be any used ones. So out of interest, when installing the new hydraulic lifter things, or as MB calls them, hydraulic valve clearance compensation elements, interestingly, I couldn't actually seat them the whole way. A number of them were actually extended out of the box. It seems they had sucked in some of the oil in transit, presumably because they came by air and were in a low pressure environment. They sucked in the oil that were in the packets with them. And yeah, so they actually extended too far. All I did was gently press down on that one-way ball valve that's in the top there to squeeze out some of the oil, and then I could successfully get those to seat in. Nothing like that is mentioned in the manual. I guess it's just something that happens with air freight